The idea of being one of the first of a pioneering vanguard of girls entering Latymer Upper School felt like something really thrilling to be a part of, so I was quite excited to be chosen. What I found most arresting about being at Latymer was the way in which the teachers interacted with the students, and I found that the level of respect and enjoyment in the actual process of teaching completely thrilling and inspiring. There was a real sense of dialectic and interest in engaging the students and really kind of pushing them to figure out the answers for themselves, and I particularly enjoyed that with my history of art lessons with Robert Orme or my English lessons with Mr. Chivers, and those two teachers particularly stand out as the really, really inspiring practitioners of my experience at Latymer. I think my first interest in directing sort of came from the idea of kind of shaping images and being behind the camera. I wanted to be a photographer initially, and I think then gradually it sort of started to emerge as being interested in live performance. I think the first production that I ever saw as a child is the one that probably had the greatest impression on me, and that was Starlight Express, and I really did think after that all shows were based on roller skates, and I was quite disappointed to find out that that wasn't the definition of theatre, that was just that particular show, but that certainly was a seminal experience for me. One of the really brilliant things about being at Latymer was the one-on-one way the teachers really interacted with you, and I really felt that Mr. Chivers, who was both our head of sixth at the time but also my English teacher, really tuned into me and my passions and what I was interested in, and he knew that I was sort of starting to have these ideas of wanting to be a theatre director. One of the skills that I felt we honed really well at Latymer, and something that I hadn't really been aware of before I came to Latymer, was in our English literature lessons of really doing very, very close analysis, and Mr. Chivers was really amazing at this. We studied Milton's Paradise Lost and also Othello with him, and every line was investigated and plumbed, and I remember when we looked at the metaphysical poets at John Donne, every single line and half rhyme and the metre and the meanings of the words and etymology, and my brain was sort of whizzing and whirring with all of these new ideas, and those levels of investigation and really, really plumbing of the text is something that I then loved at university, and is something that I take through to my research now. Being a freelancer and being a theatre director really requires tenacity, and I think that seems to me one of the most important things that you need in life, to find what you want to do and then really, really try and passionately pursue it. And then I think in terms of what success may or may not be, that's for you to decide and for you to be on your own personal trajectory.